I don't really know.
Probably just like trying to contain waste going in there, like either from factories or consumer waste.
You got factories to do a better job of cleaning their discharges before they dump stuff in the Great Lakes. That would be a big help. And I think if you got people to use less fertilizer and weed killer on their lawns, and you had farmers pretty much doing the same thing, only on a grander scale because they use so much more of it, that would probably go a long way to helping the Great Lakes.
Probably we could do a better job with the farming and the way we use chemicals in the farms.
I know there's a lot of regulations right now that are in place, and they're doing the best they can, but I think they just need to be a little bit better controlled or monitored, I guess is what I'm looking for. Monitored for that kind of stuff. Because I know I fish on the Great Lakes a lot, and I see a lot of guys with real leaky motors and stuff like that, and they need to go back or get more the four-stroke motors that are leaking all that the oil and gas mix in there and stuff like that. So, I think that's one thing.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there's special nets that are made or just solutions you can put in there, but then you have to watch all that for the people that are swimming in the lakes.
Can I get back?
I think there's a lot of problems with bilge water and what carrier ships are bringing in from outside. So it's a matter of more containment so we don't have invasive species.
Well, I'm sure there's a certain level of pollution in there.
Watch over the big companies and try and get them to not dump so much stuff in there.
I think it's pretty clear, but I'm not an expert.
There's a lot of effort underway to try to minimize the amount of pollutants going into the Great Lakes, particularly relative to land use practices. For example, phosphorus is being taken out of a lot of the fertilizer that's being applied for lawn application, which can certainly reduce the amount of phosphorus that may ultimately be getting into inland lakes. There's a lot of concern for phosphorus that may be coming from other sources such as agricultural lands and other sources. And again, the more we can keep the water on the land and reduce the runoff and the sediment, the more we can reduce the phosphorus that ultimately moves from the streams into the Great Lakes. So it's something that each of the landowners needs to be aware of, and that I think we can do a lot to try to reduce it through land use practices, more economical concerns for the phosphorus that we put on the land. But again, it's a complicated situation, but a lot of individuals are starting to work on this, and landowners are becoming more aware of the problem and the opportunities to modify land use practices to reduce the possible contaminants that may be coming from the land surfaces.